Everyone, and welcome to Contest Speed Tier 2. My name is Thomas, and next to me is Lewis, and we're here at Hungary for hopefully a very interesting race. Lewis, welcome you here. How are you doing?
Hey, yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks, Thomas. Yeah, looking forward to this race here in Hungary. What would be the last of the race before the summer break in real F1. But there's no breaks in the Contest of Speed League. So with Hungary, it's such a tricky track to overtake. Qualifying is arguably one of the more, well, what is definitely one of the most important qualifying sessions of the season. Really, if you're side by side with someone else, you might be able to get a chance squabbling quite a few corners, like we saw yesterday with Sergey and Westboy. Brilliant, like side by side action. It's a shame it ended up being a bit too much contact, but it was a great battle, and we could see that in this race today. And but yeah, as to favourites, I don't know. It's going to be the same guys. Ricky. Well, when I last spoke to Ricky, he didn't think he was going to be doing, well, top three. He said he'd be happy if he could get fifth place. So Ricky's looking to defend his lead, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to. There might be someone who's quick round here. Have you got any favourites?
I know Donamo is quick around here, but he's just struggling. I think he said it was the second sector with all the twisty turns. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be something to work on for him during this race to get used to that. I know Blank, I practiced a lot of times with him. He seems really quick. He's got a good solid pace on the medium tires, and of course he is the one who has a quali ban. So he's got to start from the back, and I advised him to start on the medium tire and then go to either softs or ultra softs at the end of the race. So we're gonna see a very fast Blank if he pulls it off at the end of the race, so that's gonna be interesting as well. But I don't think he's fast enough to challenge for the win. I think we'll go down to maybe Giginia, because he's still in the championship fight sort of. Together with Ricky, I think those two guys are gonna go for it today.
Yeah, it's interesting to say about that tyre strategy. I did the same after completely ruining my quali session. I started for the second race in a row dead last, and the medium to soft, that worked very well for me. It helped that in our race we had a lot of ultra soft guys, 7 guys running on the ultra soft. It meant that a lot of the guys who normally would have been on the soft and further up the grid, they were starting 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. So I had that. I don't know if there'll be as many. I doubt there's going to be as many doing ultra soft runs today. I think a lot of people are going to be doing soft tyres for their quali laps, and then I think anyone outside that top 10, you might see a few people looking at yesterday's race and thinking the medium tyre might be the better option. But yeah, definitely a one-stopper race. Two-stop, if there's no safety cars, the two-stop doesn't work for me. Just you can't overtake. We saw it last week in Germany. Guys who two-stopped, they struggled with so much of overtaking. They didn't gain the time they needed. So I would definitely see that being even worse here. So yeah, a one-stop race. Top 10 in softs, maybe some guys in the mediums. And if you've got the pace in the mediums, like you said, Blank should be quick. He's definitely in the chances of scoring some good points, as long as he avoids not losing any wings.
Yep, that's gonna be the main part of it. Like, when those guys, if there are guys gonna go for the ultra soft tire, running now with 116.8, that's not very fast on the ultra soft tire. But if guys are gonna go for it, they will struggle around lap 5, lap 6 to make the tires work. So I think around that sort of time, people on the ultra soft tires will come in, so he will already gain some place, and then the guys on the soft tire will probably be pit around lap 14, 15. Maybe even stretch it to 17, 18, but that will be it. And I think after that, Blank just needs to keep his pace. I know he's really strong on the medium tires, and then maybe if he can stretch it long enough, go onto the ultra soft tire, if he can do, then he will gain at least 2 seconds a lap on the guys who are on either old mediums or old softs. So that will probably be key. Just survive the first like 15 laps of the race. After that, if will be all down to Blank and what he can do on the tire strategy. So definitely keep an eye out for him if he doesn't pick up any damage, just like you said. And it's gonna be interesting, of course, because I know Ricky is not a fan of this track down in P10, although he's on medium tires, so nothing to worry for so far. But if he says he's struggling on this track, I believe him, and he really needs to reduce the damage really to keep his lead in the championship, because he's got a very good solid lead now. 151 points for Ricky and Chinchini and Matrix both on 116 points. So he's got a gap to play with, let's be honest, but you will probably want to keep it like this and maybe even extend it today.
Yes, and with Hungary, it's a weird one. In real race, it's not always the classic of races, but I can imagine here it's going to be a real good scrap, because you don't have the same sort of, although you do get the issues with the dirty air, you can run a bit closer, and because the corners ebb and flow left to right, we're going to see a whole bunch of cars fighting for position on track. And it's such a narrow track as well. It very much is like a street circuit, but as a permanent racetrack. But looking at the lap times, Roland is the fastest so far, 1:16.8 on ultra softs, which isn't a quick time on ultra softs, to be honest. So maybe he's going for the two-stop again, like he did last week in Germany. He's going for another lap, and this time round 1:17.1. So he doesn't improve. But Matrix, he's on mediums, and he's done a 1:16.9 on them.
Yep, that's really solid. Yeah, it
wow.
Can be. I did a 1:16.0 on softs. So yeah, like
that's nice.
The gap between softs and medium isn't that big. Like if you get the mediums of the temperature, it can be really quick. So yeah, I think it. Don't get me wrong, it's a really solid time, but it's just the fact that Roland didn't do a really representative time that you think is really fast. But
yeah,
you can, like, I think at full time we're looking for maybe a 1:14.8, 1:14.7, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, imagine that on 1:16.8 on ultra tires isn't really that quick.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's in fact he's on 1:16.9. It's still a very impressive time. So Matrix has pretty much covered himself. Like no matter, I'm sure. Well, he probably will still finish in the top 10 with that lap time, or maybe just fall out of it. I never thought 1:16.9 actually, but the soft he is now on to. So when he comes out in pits, he will be on the softs. Ricky P4 on those mediums, but the fact he's in 4 laps, obviously he's got a bit of fuel in that car, so not running the highest of ERS, so it's probably a good lap time that he's done for that sort of fuel load. Elsewhere we've got Juventus MP retired. We missed that a couple of laps ago. A couple minutes ago he retired from the session, so I don't know if that was a crash. It probably looks like it was. And that just leaves Juventus, the only guy not to have done a time. There's quite a few guys that have done real slow lap times on the medium tyre, just making sure that they don't end up starting on it. So expect, as I say, a few people now start to come out of the pits to do their 1 lap on the soft.
Yeah, then X47 just messaged me and he said that he screwed up his lap and that his lap on the other was too quick, so I think he's mentioning that he wanted to go onto the soft tire and he thinks he's not able to beat a 1:16.9 on soft tire, so that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully for him he can beat that time, because otherwise he's got to start on the ultra soft tire and that's gonna be a real shame for him.
He should be able to.
Yeah, he should be.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm 8/10 quicker than then. I think he can at least get near my time in the 1:16.0. So yeah, I see him put in in 1:16.8. That's all you need really to start on a soft tire. So hopefully for him, he can do it. And of course we got Blank in P20 without a lap time. Of course he's probably banned. He's in the chat though. He says, "Well, let's have a go here, boys. Thanks for another great stream. Let's see what we can do from P20." So yeah, it's gonna be something different for him, but he's quite used to it because last couple of races he didn't do that great on quali, and he had to start from back anyway. So hopefully he can pull it off this time without getting wing damage, just like we said earlier in the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very much going to be the interesting one to watch in the race. MP as well. He's not getting a lap time. He'll be starting at the back row of that grid. Varamir as well at the moment. Well, saying that, obviously a lot of these guys are waiting to do their final runs on the soft, so expect a lot of chopping changes in this final 5 minutes. I think we'll have a bit of a lull now, but when the guys do come out, I expect a lot of guys on softs, all the guys on softs. Yeah, it's going to be a frantic final minutes. So far, you've got Dynamo currently 9th, Mitch now in 10th. And you are Varamir down 17th, Dan Robbo 14th.
Those guys can definitely gain some positions. The top guys are there.
Yeah.
I see the likes of Varamir, Wisey Boy, Dan Robbo pull off that one magical lap. Like, you need to remember that when you want to qualify on a soft tire, you only get like a sort of one-shot quali. Because you can only have one set of soft tires, so these guys need to make the absolute best of the one set of soft tires they have. And with the guys going out now with 6 minutes to go, I think that's really early. I think the guys will go out with 2 minutes to go. They got a really good shot at putting themselves up there with the guys who are there like Roland and Matrix, but then on soft tires instead of ultra soft tires.
And that's it. It's the pressure. It's the pressure.
It's the pressure of the one shot.
Yeah, the one shot. It really does make or break you, and that's the thing with the 50% races. It's if really the ultra soft is very rarely able to be used in a race. Whenever you have this sort of strategy, the soft and medium tires always seem to be the better compounds to use. Just like Ginger Ninjas on his hot lap, he's currently P8. So he wanted to do his lap now, which makes sense in the terms of traffic. He's got no traffic, and the cars all still, a lot of them out in the pits. So he's coming towards. He's just on his last sector, 8 tenths up on his previous best. So that would put him on the bubble with the top 2 at the moment. He's on course for a 1:16.9 if he keeps that pace up. He's a little bit deep in that last corner.
Oh, Roland! Oh, my days! I was on board of him. Engineer goes pole. But sorry to interrupt you, but Roland completely lost it coming into the fast left-hander. I was on board with him. Completely lost it, and he's into the wall, and that's his qualifying over. So if he stays inside the top 10, he needs to start on those ultra soft tires, and that's gonna be a real shame for him. Really unlucky. But just like you said, the engineer really solid time on those soft tires, so he will be one to look out for. And now the pressure is on with Ricky. He's on a soft tire as well. He needs to pull it off, and he's going to start his flying lap right now.
Yeah, and Matrix is only just behind him as well. He's about to start his lap. He's just done his lap. So he's done a 1:16.94. What? No, sorry. That's the time he's already done. Oh no, that isn't. That's right. 1:16.9 is he's just done it. So 1:16.9 Matrix gets on the soft tire.
On my screen,
I think
it says the medium tire.
Alright. Well, he's currently on no ERS.
He is on the sauce now, so he's gonna put in a lap.
I'm confused. But I'm sure his lap time went down to 1:16.9 on that lap. But it says he's done 0 laps, so I might have a glitch.
Yeah, that's really possible in this game. I don't rule it out.
Yeah. Ricky is currently 2nd sector now, and yeah, he's coming right through the right-left section of the sector
Yeah,
2.
he's just
Really nice when he set it
saving
up right. Oh yeah, he is.
He is,
So
and
Ricky
yeah, he's
the
just
other lap.
focusing to get maybe 2 laps in. Yeah, he will get 2 laps in if he's got enough fuel on board. Lining it up. Probably invalidated in the first sector or something, because he was gonna start a fast lap. But now he is turning up to rest mode 3. Turn it up to.
There we go.
Or yes. Okay, he's gonna start one now, so now we need to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Go on
I'll
board with
have a
him.
look and see who else.
Down
Don
to-
Ammo is doing his lap now. Don Ammo is in the final turn now. This is going to be his flying lap. Down the line he goes.
Ooh.
164.
Really solid lap.
Original pole. And Matrix
Surreal.
is 3/10 up. Matrix is 3/10 up on his first sector. So Matrix is looking to now do his hot lap. And that would put him currently at 116.6. But that's only the first sector. Will he improve on the other sectors? And obviously with that, he'll be very close to Don Ammo.
3/10 down.
He's only 3/10 up. He's 3/10 up on his last, his best. So at the moment he's at a 116.6 performance,
Yeah.
which would be enough for P2 as it stands. In the last corner. That looks sweet. He's on the throttle hard. Here he comes down the line.
Yes.
116.2. What an epic final sector.
What a
He
lap.
improved
And now Ricky.
massively.
Now Ricky comes over the
There's
line. P5, 116.8.
Good result by Ricky.
He can go on.
Will others catch him? Dan's coming now down the line. Dan's going to start.
Oh,
He's going to
damn.
go into
Oh, on
pole.
ultra softs.
He's done his lap on ultras.
So he gave up on the softs. Just what he said to me was right. He couldn't beat the time on soft tires, so he needs to start on his ultra softs.
Varamir's got it to 116.6. He's up to P4.
Yeah,
Brilliant
that's like
lap
we
by
said. The
Varamir.
likes of Weissy and Vermeer, they can come out of nothing, and then put in that amazing lap time. Let's see. We got Lemon Jam now
Mitch-
coming up to the line.
Mitch needs to hurry up. He's abandoned his last run. He's got 10 seconds.
He won't make
He's
it.
got to be careful here. He's not
He's
going to
coming
make
in.
it, and I think he's abandoning it. Yeah.
Oh,
He's come in.
Mitch, that's gonna hurt.
Mitch is in P10. The Red Bull is coming through of Steve. It's a Steve MG. What's he going to do? 116.
P5.
Oh, what a lap. What a lap by Steve.
Ricky now, Ricky's down on his time, so that's not gonna be it. Lemon Jam is on a fast lap.
Oaksy failed to get round on the softs. We still got a lot of guys.
But look at Roland, he's still in P8 and Ricky has given up. A lot of guys finished who are behind Roland now, so he probably has to start on those ultra soft tires as well together with Dan, but Dan is in a much better position. Lemon Jam, Lemon Jam! He lost it, so he's not gonna get past Roland, so I think that's gonna be it. Yep, we got Juventus.
Yeah,
Juventus is not a
is
great
3/10
lap.
down.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Roland, he will be disappointed. Yeah, he says it in the chat. Oh, I can see him. Oh, he's not happy. He really is not happy. And I can completely understand that. So
Yeah,
that's it.
That's frustrating, but yeah, Dan in the end decided to go on the ultras, and that's a quick lap time on the ultra, 1:15.6. Not bad. I know, obviously, in tier 3 earlier, I think Sergey did a 1:15. I think it was 1:15.1 or something. But yeah, that was a good lap. That was an average. That was
Yeah,
a
but
good lap on the
you know, like what
ultras.
it was, there was no pressure on what time you needed to set. Like, if you go out on ultra soft tires and everyone else is on soft tires, you know you're gonna
Yeah,
be
you're
P1. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter by how much and how good your lap was.
Yeah.
You're gonna be P1 anyway, because the difference between
Yeah.
the soft and ultra soft is so big. Even if you screw up your lap, you're still gonna be P1. So that's no problem for him. But now it's gonna be the case that then he needs to pull away by enough seconds to either make the one stop work or have enough of a gap to make sure you can last the tires long enough to go on to the one stop and go on to the mediums till the end.
That is it. Yeah, it's yeah. That's because the ultra soft on the heavy fuel load. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of heat into those tires. They do struggle, and they're not as good even at the beginning of the race, the only advantage is they get up to temperature quicker. But after that, very quickly around here, I found that the Ultra
Yeah.
wasn't giving them that ultimate pace.
Yep. So we got Dan in P1 with a 115.6 on the ultra soft tire. Then we got a few guys on the soft tire: Matrix, Donamo, Vermeer, Steve, Ginginia, Medi Robo. Then we got Roland, who retired in quali on the ultra soft tire, so he's stuck with a 116.8 on the ultra soft tires. Ricky and Lemon round out the top 10, both on soft tires as well, and the guys behind also on soft tires, but they will have a free choice of tire to start of the race. MP retired very early in the session and Blank had a quali ban, excuse me. So yeah, interesting to see what MP and Blank will do. Blank said in the chat he was gonna go for the medium to soft strategy. So hopefully he can do that, and hopefully he can pull something out of the hat.
That's it, yes. I'm looking forward to once again, another good. No, I like the way the grid's formed. You got Steve, a brilliant qualifying position for him, but must be one of the best he's had so far this season. Ricky, again, I think he's right in what he said. He feels like he doesn't have the pace to win, but he's a very good racer. So it doesn't even matter if he's not quite got the pace. Ricky could definitely still get P3 from this race. Very consistent, very good at his overtaking and defending. So yeah, I'm seeing the fact he's in the top 3 rows starting this race. I'm expecting. I'll be surprised if he lose. I'm surprised if he finishes behind where he starts.
Yeah.
You got guys like Mitch. Yeah, he's P. I can't remember when Mitch finished started in the end, but it's in the middle.
P12.
P12. Fresh tyres do help round here, especially in that first stint. Just be interested to see who decides to go on the medium. That's the big thing. Ginger Ninja pressed the tick button first.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict, really, with the fast guys up there, but not really up there, and some surprising guys between them. So it's just really based on how good your setup is for the race. It's really gonna be key, because if your strategy and your race setup is completely wrong, you're gonna fall down the order. Although it's hard to overtake around here, you will do. So these guys need to make sure they got everything on point, everything ready to make it an absolute brilliant race. And you can see, if you have a good look at the weather, you can see it's overcast, not light cloud anymore. So yeah, you need to really heat up your tires, and when coming out of the pits, going onto the medium tires, they will take very long time to heat up as well. So guys who go for the overcut can make it work, because those guys who go on the medium tires very early will struggle at the beginning to get them heating up, while the guys on the soft tire can still go on. So maybe if you're stuck behind someone, do the overcut, and maybe that can work.
Absolutely, and the thing is, what we want to discuss with obviously tire strategy. Now, the Ultra, you can eke the medium. You can. People did it yesterday. You can go onto the medium and make it last, because the medium doesn't really drop off on pace too bad. So you can eke it out on the medium. It's a really nice tire to use. Most people obviously preferred to start on the soft. Why? Because it makes the one stop very easy, and 2, the fastest way of doing a one stop. You don't lose so much tyre. You get more advantage of being on the softer compound. So that's what you'll find. A lot of these guys, the top 10, apart from Dan and Profodus, are on the softs. Mediums, there's a couple of guys on mediums. You've got Robin, Wisey Boy, and then Blank, who we suspected was going to start on mediums.
Yep, so they really need to hold on till like lap 8, lap 9, when the mediums start to get faster, and then they really need to try their own race. Ooh, Blank retired, but that's not really, or disqualified, but that's not really a big thing, because he will start at the back anyway. Yeah, they need to hold on. That's the only thing they need to do. Just make sure you stay within closing distance to the guys on the soft tires, and when the mediums get up to grips, they really get fast, then just make advantage of it and pull away from the guys who stopped early or are still on very old soft tires that just That's what they need to do. And I think Robin in P11 is in a really, really good spot here on those mediums.
Yeah, prime spot. If he is able to get a few places, you're good.
We'll be on. So we got 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix here at Maganic. And away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix, as it's a good start from then. Of course, on those urban soft tires we got Dynamo around the outside of Matrix. Oh, that's a Mercedes going wild. Oh no, oh my days.
Oh, it's a Ferrari. It was Matrix that's been spun around.
Yep, and it was the engineer with an absolute suicidal move. He lost.
Yeah.
Big time.
Very surprising. Yeah, and they're all again very close to Sauber and the Mercedes, Mitch and Lamin jamming. And it's all going to be chaotic coming into this fast left-hander. But the Mercedes as well, they're all over the place. Unreal at the first. And be so careful with their moves. MP once again making loads of places at the start. Started 19th, up into P13 already. And he's looking for he's looking to hold on for Robin. They're side by side further down the order. But I think he's held on. So yeah, MP is in P13.
Yeah, he had a really, really good start. Then, of course, had a good start as well. But look at Roland. He came up from P8, now already up to P4. So he had a brilliant start, of course, with Engineer and Matrix colliding. And now he's on to get past Steve, who is in P3 with a really good start as well.
Yeah, Juventus had a look, or went down the inside of Ricky, but then Ricky had the inside for the second to last corner. And then Lamin jamming thought he would have a little sniff on the action. And they almost made contact, but now Juventus under pressure from Jamin, and so too is Opsi. Jamin goes down the inside.
Oh, switchback!
Runs a bit deep. Yes, we got the switchback.
Oh, Juventus! Switchback.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky!
Oh no!
Ricky's going round.
Oh!
Together
What
with
happened there?
Look! Oh my God, it's mayhem.
It's all over the place.
Oh my God!
Oh,
what's going
contact.
on? No, no!
Oh my God!
Massive
It's
crash!
chaos! No! Oh my God! It's a massive crash.
Oh my days!
And Wisey Boy is out. Mitch got massive damage. Unreal scenes here.
Of course, Robin has no wing. It's like 4th race in a row.
MP was involved in that. MP has wing damage. Yep, Robin, Ricky, Current, and unbelievably no safety car.
But look at Blank.
Throwing was involved.
But look at Blank, medium tires, and still got a full front wing.
Yeah, he got through it. Oh my God, what a drive! Matrix is now up to P12 after getting spun around in the first corner. He's up to P12. Unreal, and it's only lap 3 of the race already. There's so much drama.
It's ridiculous. Look at that crash. That was one of the biggest crashes I've seen on this game. Like literally, look at the guys in the pits now. Oh my days.
There are a few people. Juventus in the pits. Daramir also pitting.
Oh, Lamin Jam has given up on it. Oh,
yeah,
that's a
Lamin
shame.
jamming.
Blank up to P8. Blank, get in there, mate. He's on for drive of the day. And we're going to the battle for P3 with Steve and Roland. But oh my days, what a chaos. What a chaos.
And that has completely changed the face of the race. Ricky out of the points, and at this rate he's not going to get any points because they've lost so much time, and I think they're all going to have to stop again. That's the thing. Yep,
100%.
They're too early. Yeah, so it happened at the worst time possible. So a lot of these guys are definitely not going to score any points today. But Blank, this has helped Blank out so much because so many of those runners are on softs. He is now only 2 seconds behind Opsi, his next opponent, but he has the same luxury that I had. Clear air, free to do your own lap times, you're not going to wear out your tyres, you're not going to overheat your tyres or engine, and the car will just get quicker and quicker as the car lightens up, and also the tyres all start to warm up to temperature as well.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot right now. Talking about good spot, Fallon went for it, couldn't quite make it take the move on Matty Robber. We got Matrix now because he is joined 2nd in the championship standings. Oh, Fallon goes for it. No, can't make it stick. But Matrix and Engineer, of course, are both joined second in the championship. Ooh, Dynamo. Huh? What happened to him?
Oh, he must have crashed. Yeah, in left-hander.
False left-hander. Oh, that's Dynamo out. Oh, that's another place for Blank. And that's Roden now up to P3. So he's on for scoring some big points as well. But like I wanted to say for the third time now, Matrix and Engineer are joined second in the championship, and Matrix the only one who's gonna score points. It's gonna be 3, if I'm not mistaken, for him at the moment. So the guys behind them will really close up on the championship battle again, and this will make the championship very interesting again, going on to the next couple of races with the big championship leaders out or not scoring points today.
Yeah, it's a massive swing in the race. This has been Matty Robbo look on course for his best result as well on P4, Steve P2, and the Ultras are now starting to lose it. And Dan is pitted early,
Dan
so
is in.
he was starting. He was starting to lose a lot of time. He already lost about 7 tenths on that lap alone, Steve.
Ooh.
So the tyres had gone. Steve though then takes the lead, and he has a 6.3 second lead. Or more than that, he's got a 6.8 second lead over the next soft runner, Matty Robbo. So he doesn't have to worry about Perfodas. Steve's on course here for a race victory.
Never thought we're gonna say this.
And Matty Robbo is in second, inheriting second, because Perfodas is kicking himself right now. So too is Dan, because both guys are going to have to hit twice, and Perfodas is starting to lose grip on those Ultras.
You can see him struggle. He almost did a roll in.
Yeah, he can't get the fronts to bite. The window, he's got a pit now. I think he's taking those Ultras as far as he can go.
Yeah, you can make it now on the medium tires. They will be awful at the end of the race. And this is just like I said, Blank, when he pits, he will be on fresh, soft tires, and he will gain so much time on Roland. And
Roland pits.
That's gonna be Roland pits. So that's gonna be probably another position for Blank at the end of the race if everything goes right for him. And he's closing up real quickly. He's got past Oaksy, and now he's on to get past Fallen, who's struggling to get past Matty Robbo. But Steve is leading this race for the second lap now in a row. That's mental.
And Perfodas has gone on to softs. Blank is up to P4 now. So, and Ricky's retired.
Oh, Ricky! No! And that's...
Virtual safety car.
Oh, this is major.
Well, that is really not helped out those guys then who have just pitted, because... unfortunately, I think it's not going to... No one's going to be able to take advantage of this. No one's using...
No one was in the pits. Oh.
All the guys that are going around the pits now, the ones who've just pitted, so it doesn't help them. So Ricky's crash in the end has done nothing to the race. It's just neutral. It's because all the guys who were running on softs were already past the pit lane. It was all the guys who were involved in that first third lap incident.
Yeah, Roland got screwed over twice now. He retired, got stuck on ultra soft tires, and then he pitted just before the virtual safety car came out. So it's not really
unreal
his race at the moment. Let's put it that way. But yeah, we got Blank and Matrix now already again up to P4 and P5. That's crazy stuff. And I want to do a quick shout out to Lars, who was in the chat as well. I asked him to watch and he did, so really glad he joined as well. Just a quick shout out. And we start racing again.
Yep, we're back. So Steve is in the lead.
Steve has gained massively.
Second.
Look at the gap he gained.
That's what I said. He's pulled away. I think he's took advantage of that virtual safety car.
And Fallen now.
Robbo has lost the place. Yep, to Fallen.
Matty Robbo has been sleeping during the virtual safety car. I think he lost a lot of time, and now he lost the place as well. He was really cruising and just holding Fallen off, but now Fallen got past, and Matty Robbo needs to attack and needs to watch his back mirrors because Blank is coming as well with Matrix just behind him.
Yeah, I can't believe this starting order at the moment. Standings at the moment. It's just unreal. But Oaksy in P6, he's doing really well. Obviously Matrix has now got past him. And Matrix is looking to catch in on Blank, who Blank is even trying to get a really good result. Matrix as well. I mean, I wouldn't even put it off Matrix. I know he's got the pace. But has he got too much to do? I mean, he is from the leader. He is 9.5 seconds behind Steve. It's a lot of time to claw back. He has the laps to do it, but it'll all depend on how quick these guys are on the mediums and how quick Blank is on the softs. But Blank is looking super good at the moment.
Yeah, Blank is looking really good, but just imagine people joining in now because they couldn't make quali and just thinking like, did these guys do random grid order or something? Steve, Fallen, Matty Robo, Blank on mediums for some reason, like that's mad. And then you see the retirements. Ricky, Donamo, Lemminger, those are the guys who should be in the top 4 or at least the top 10. They are all out. We see 3 different kind of tire compounds already in this race. This is ridiculous, and just seeing Steve, Fallen and Matty Robo up there, like, big respect up to them, don't get me wrong, but they are not the guys who used to be up there. This is amazing stuff we're seeing here, and this will really spice up the championship again.
I think this is a very special race we're watching, and one which, like what you just said there, spicing up the race, spicing up the championship, and this is what you need. And this is what I love. We said it last week. This is why I love this tier. This tier has given us such great racing. All 3 tiers have been brilliant. And I think the standard of racing is just, the quality of it's getting better and better as the grids now are filling up. But I think I've got a bias because of the commentating of this race.
That's what I have for 2 seasons already now.
It's just, but it's so close. I think that's the other thing as well. It's such a close field. The closest field we have out of all the 3 tiers, from front to back. And it just means you do get this close racing all the time. It's all pack racing. But it also means you have incidents like this, in a rarity, but it happens. Matty Robbo's starting to look like he's struggling on the rears a little bit, which is a bit of a weird concern because that is only lap 9. We expect these tyres to make it to lap 15, don't we? Lap 15 or the
at least, yeah.
A time to do the stops. So we've got a few more laps to go. I mean, I pitted on. Oh, Matrix was a bit wide. I pitted lap 20 on the mediums. So laps 14, 15, I'm expecting guys to be making stops on the soft.
Yep, definitely. And yeah, this is just like the struggle we have now. Matty Robo, he can't get past Fallen, while Blank and Matrix are stuck behind Matty Robo now. Because Matty Robo will get DRS, but Blank and Matrix will get as well, so they won't get past unless they got a major speed advantage on the straight, but I don't think that's really the case. So they're just stuck and waiting for the soft tires to come in, and then Blank can finally run his race again, but he definitely wouldn't have expected to be up there 10 laps into this race and already up to P4. He gained 16 places already, and he's looking to not get past Matty Robo. Really close.
Yeah,
was looking
close,
for it.
But Matty Robo still had DRS.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
Blank's also got a lower download aero package. He's on a 4, I believe it's a 410.
Yeah,
410 is on. Which, definitely. I mean, I was running 611, so yeah, that does make a big difference in that straight. It's not too different when you drive it. I just think it might just because that little bit more sliding, it can cause a bit more tire wear. But it's very minimal. If you can make the 410 work, if you can make it quick still, it'll be a faster one to use because of the straight line speed advantage you get as well. Just in this, I'm just wondering though, with this aero package he's got, maybe it's haunting, and obviously the medium tyres don't help, but maybe he's just struggling a little bit being in the dirty air with that lower aero and medium tyre package right now.
Yeah, that's like I said, you don't need to get caught out now. You just need to run your own race. Don't worry about guys pulling away or the fact that you can't overtake. You're on the harder tire, you're on a completely different strategy. So now Matty Robo without DRS needs to defend.
You've got good traction.
Blank. Come on, switch back.
Yeah,
couldn't make it work.
He's got the DRS though.
No way around the outside.
You can do it. You can do it. Just keep getting on power now. He's done it.
Oh, what a move from Blank. He is going for it.
Brilliant move by Blank, and it's one of those corners where you can do it. Matty Robbo could have been a bit more aggressive, but it's difficult once Blank has got his nose ahead of you, you can't really squeeze someone out then, because then you're literally pulling someone off the track. You can only squeeze someone if you're still ahead of that person. You're dictating the path, you know. But as soon as you lose that ground on the track position, you can't do that, and you've got to give the guy the space, and that's what happened there. Blank got ahead at the apex of the turn, despite being on the outside, and Matty Robbo, he just couldn't couldn't be aggressive with that, and Blank now is chasing down the Fallen, his next target.
Yep, and this is important for him as well, because now Matrix is stuck behind Matty Robbo, so Blank has a little bit of a gap to play with now, and he needs to get past Fallen as soon as possible. But Steve still got a 6-second gap to the leaders, so he's doing an amazing job as well. I really need to keep an eye out for him as well, because he's on for, well, maybe a podium spot, if not the win, if he continues on like this.
Absolutely, and looking, because of the gaps, Dan and Profodus actually, I think, will get good results today, because all those guys have to do 2 stops behind them. They're actually going to make the 2-stop pretty well. They're going to do the 2-stop. I think they'll finish where they are at the moment, which is
yep. And maybe if things spice up at the front, they can gain a little bit more position as well. You never know. Like we saw that crash, we didn't see that one coming. So maybe some guys go for it on the last lap, because you can get really frustrated when you're stuck behind someone. So maybe some of these guys go for a do or die move at the end of the race, and they will screw both each other up. So it's not over yet. And then
what I just thought, Dan obviously was massively ahead of the guy. He's just caught up now with this group of cars, Fallen, Blank, and also Matty Robbo and Matrix. But he's just caught up with them because he had that big gap already. He was 3.5 seconds clear of Steve. He will actually be pretty close on this 2-stopper, because he hasn't got the traffic.
And he's so lucky
because of that accident. He's actually got clean air, and he's able to make this 2-stop strategy work. So this is pretty much the only way he could have prayed, other than a safety car. This is the only other way, a big crash to just mess everything up, and it's worked beautiful for him. So he could still finish in the top 3, you know, with this 2-stopper.
Yeah, everyone in front of him needs to make a stop as well, so he's right in there.
Yeah.
Like we got 2, 3, 4, 5 all close to each other. Then we got him in P6. The only one who was put away from this train is Steve. So he's definitely in for the P2 fight, and maybe even if Steve is struggling on the medium tires, he's on for the win as well. And we got a 6-man battle for the victory here at Hungary. Who had a thought of that?
Absolutely, and Profodus is not that far away.
Is he catching
the gap? There's a big train here. Surely the Fallen is catching Steve, to be fair. So the Fallen's going quicker than Steve, but he's holding up all these guys. I'm expecting Blank to be able to make the move this time by.
He's got the straight line speed. You can see it. He's gaining a lot. Now he needs to make the move down the inside. Ooh, he's really cautious.
And that could mess him up. He hasn't got the traction with those mediums.
Oh, Matrix is in.
Yeah,
we missed that. Medium, so yeah, he's going to the end. And he probably, now it's going to be interesting to see, because those mediums will take a little bit of the time. Well, it's good though, it's good. Maybe he wants to get rid of the train, and maybe he wants to do the undercut, but those mediums, and that's not what you want. Juventus getting past him with Matrix and cold mediums. No, this is not going to help. I just wanted to say maybe he can...
Because the undercut doesn't help round here. I was about to say the undercut, him going on those mediums now, he's going to be so slow on these first few laps.
Yeah, he could be slow, but with the guys in the train, they are slow as well. But now he got Juventus in front of him, so he won't be running the pace he could be.
Blank's got ahead of Fallen. Blank's managed to get ahead of the Fallen.
Ooh, and he already pulled off 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, so this is that was crucial for Blank. He had to make that move stick, because now he can do his own pace, and when he goes to pit, he'll be pretty much same place as Matrix is, albeit on the faster, softer compound.
And Fallen is in.
Pits. And
Steve
pits as well.
So we got
15,
Blank. Can we have a little moment that we got Blank, who started P20, I will say one more time, P20, dead last on the grid, got disqualified on his formation lap, is now in P1.
Unreal, and he could very well win this. It all depends on how good Steve is. And the thing is, all these guys now mediums, these first laps are really, they're not the best. Has fallen. Oh, and it's with Matrix already. That shows you how much. Oh, Fallen and Matrix side by side there, and Matrix. There's been a contact, but the Matrix has got ahead of the Fallen. So that just shows you how crucial it was for Blank.
Look at Steve. What's happening to Steve? He got the glitch. No way.
No.
Not this time.
Oh no. Oh my god.
He's having the glitch.
Unreal.
Oh
That is
no.
unreal. You cannot have this.
He was in the lead. Codemasters, you can't do this to him. Literally. And this will... Oh no. This will mean Blank will have it as well.
What, when he pits as well?
Yeah.
Oh no. That is
Don't tell
not-
me that. Don't tell me it's such a nightmare. It was a sweet dream and it turns into a nightmare at this point. I'm just... Yeah. I don't know what to say now.
Oh.
If that's gonna happen, Tuspos in the chat, he says that it will happen to Blank as well. If that happens to him... Yeah, Dominic says it as well. Oh my days, don't tell me that's gonna happen. As Juventus got past Matrix, he's defending. Oh no, Medi Robo's falling down because he made his pit stop, but... Ooh, Blank picks up a penalty as well. Oh no.
Oh, this is not fair if this happens. As Steve retires.
Yeah, that's the only thing to do. Can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And that's so unlucky. I just, yeah. Don't know what to say.
Can't believe it. I don't know why, after having this game for so long, they can't get rid of the glitch. But Blank is P1, Dan is P2 now, Profode is P3 as those soft runners all pit. Blank is probably going to extend his to around, well, lap 18 or lap 20, between lap 18 and lap 20 I think he'll extend this run on the medium. And Dan, again with clean air, is just going to extend his run on the soft before going on. The only issue is, will he go to another soft run? Will he have another soft tyre? Or will he have to go onto the medium? So if he can have another soft tyre, that would work brilliantly for him.
Yep, it will. Yeah, that's a really good call to be honest.
If he has two softs, then yeah, that's a no-brainer. That'll be brilliant for him, having the ultra soft and soft. I think it might.
He
I
has.
think he might.
Yeah, he went out one lap on the soft tire, so they will not be fresh, but they will do the job.
One lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's easy pickings. So you get one for the race. That's the one he's using right now, and he's got the one lap old soft tires from quali, so he should be fine.
Oh, this race is... As it goes on its lull, while everyone's pit stops are going through proceedings now, it's... I still think we've got so much drama still to go in this race. Matrix now ahead of Juventus is obviously made quite a big good round. He's passed the Fallen and Matty Robbo on track as well in pits, and Matrix is 14.5 seconds behind Profodus and 16 behind as Dan pits. So he only does 12 laps on those soft tyres. So he is now in the pits.
He needs to do
Profodus.
17 laps on those softs.
That's yeah, I'm surprised he only did 13 laps.
He's going on mediums.
He's only got mediums. That's why I did it then.
Oh, yep, he's not feeling the
That's
soft
not-
tires, I think. But he's still
And Matrix goes past.
he is in P5 though.
He might get ahead of the Fallen, and I think he has done.
Oh,
But he will be struggling
on
on
cold
these
tyres.
tyres.
Fall with the switchback. Come on, Fallen.
Oh, contact.
Touch.
Side by
All
side.
around the
But
outside.
he will struggle with the temperatures. He's got to hold it on, and he does so. This is crucial. These next few corners that he keeps the Fallen behind him while the tyres are getting up to temperature. And I think he's done it now with the rest of this area really overtaking impossible. I
No way
think
you
he'll be
can
able to
overtake.
hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, Fallen is struggling. Dan of course as well, but he's on cold tires. He should be able to do the job and close in on Juventus, who needs to make another stop as well. So that will promote then up to P4. And maybe Roland is in the pits. Is he gonna go for... maybe he's gonna go for shots.
Have another soft. Maybe.
I think he is. Yes,
maybe.
he's going for shots. There he is.
And that's the better strategy, and it is doable at this stage. That's why I'm surprised that Dan didn't do it either, because now Perfodas is going to be on the better tyre for the rest of the race.
Yeah, but he needs to overtake those guys. Look at the train.
But,
oh,
yeah,
Fallon.
but he's got those softs.
Fallon is going for it down the inside.
Oh, and the gap's only left. This is yellow in sector 3. Don't know who that is, but he just holds on. Brilliant racing from these guys. And Perfodas now with the softs, he'll be able to pick these guys off each lap down that DRS straight once his tyres come up to temperature. But yeah, so Matrix basically will inherit the lead. Oh, and the Force India Barmy having a little look at Matty Robbo, but lost him all a bit of time, which is going to allow Perfodas to catch up. But yeah, Matrix will then basically inherit the race lead once Blank makes his one and only stop. Juventus will also need to stop, so he's going to fall down the road. So Dan at the moment inherits P2 with that crucial, well, that depends on Blank, doesn't it, actually?
Yeah, it depends on Blank. And Blank will be on softs.
Yeah, Blank will be on softs. The gap between him and Dan is 22.9 seconds. So, yeah, and 22.8. So that's going to be close, but I think Blank might end up in this train. He's now pulling away from the Fallen, so he's got good pace and is looking to catch up onto the back of Juventus. Juventus will probably be pitting pretty soon.
Yeah, Juventus 17 lap. It will probably wait till Blank makes a stop as well, and then both will come in and put on the soft tire. They're just waiting for the perfect moment. Now is the time to go onto the soft tires, really. And Matty Robbo is really close to have a look at Fallon, but this is the time where the guys on the medium tires can make the stop. Go onto the soft tires and drive to the end. I think Blank is waiting. Blank, okay, so now we've got to wait to see. Is he gonna get held up in the pits as well? Please not. Please, I'm praying.
Fingers crossed. Come on, mechanics, do your thing.
Yes. Oh my days. No.
No. No.
No way.
Oh no. Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know. I don't know. No. I just.
That sucks. That is so unfair. Oh, there's. I can't believe that. But and the fact it's happened to the Red Bull guys, like, who are doing so well. I feel completely. I'm taking it less. It's not fair. It really isn't.
Steve was having the race of his life. Blank was having the comeback of his life. And yeah, I talk a lot, but I'm speechless now. Don't know what to say. I'm just gonna be stuck on this screen. I don't care about what people think. Nah, I'm going on, but nah, I'm just.
I can't believe it. But that means to say that Matrix takes the lead off the race, which he was going to anyway, but now has a 3-second lead. And the same thing is Dan ending up on those mediums. If Dan had been on the softs, I think we would have had a challenge for the win here. But Perfodas just not. He's behind Matty Robbo at the moment, and he's struggling with that train, that DRS train. Matty Robbo is closely behind. This could be a 3 wide here. Matty Robbo, Perfodas, I would have dived down the inside with those soft tyres. He's got all the grip in the world. He will have DRS. Here we go. I mean, it's just not close enough. Oh, Perfodas is looking for it.
He's looking for it. Oh.
Shut.
He needs to work together with Fallon now. That's. I hope they're in a party together and have contact together, because if they work together and play it really smart, they can make sure they're both in front of Medirobo and make sure that Ronan is in front of Fallen. Then they will have the ultimate strategy.
Yeah, it's the key is to get past these guys, but I mean, he can definitely do it. And then after that, though, it's 3 seconds. Dan is obviously catching up with Juventus, but
oh, Ronan! Jeez.
Going crazy there. But
Yeah,
that might help him. He, well, actually, Varamir is coming back at them now. Varamir now pits, so Varamir is in the pit lane. Fodus not close enough.
Oh, Dan is going for it. Move on Juventus. Juventus on 20 lap old medium tires. He needs to make a stop now. Or is he going to gamble and pit on the ultra soft tire? It's gonna be something
That would be a
well.
gamble. You can't do it. You can't do the ultra. So it's only lap 23.
Now it's gonna be interesting, but I think Matrix, he's gonna go till the end. So it's gonna be interesting for Dan if he can close up to Matrix, because then we will have a battle for P1 and a battle for the last podium spot if Juventus makes his stop.
By the way, Blank did manage to get out of the pits in the end, but he's a lap down.
Oh no, really? Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lucky, but yeah, lap down, so.
So he'd need to have 4 other people. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. I can't believe that.
He needs
That's
safety
such a
car
shame.
though, and then he will be at the back of the grid again. But at least on the lead lap, and maybe he can work something off. But yeah, this is great game, Codemasters. Esports ready, 100%. It's
Unreal.
I'm so frustrated. Even I am frustrated. I'm not even racing. Like,
Yeah.
we're taking this really seriously, you know. There are a lot of people playing this game really seriously. They're practicing, they're putting their effort in, their time into it, as Fallen is defending from Medirobo, which is a little bit more important right now. Oh, Medirobo round the outside. Good move.
What a move.
Brilliant.
He does what Blank did to him, and he is now inherited P4, which will be P3 come once Juventus makes his
Fallen.
stop.
He's off. He was having a bubble, and now
He's really struggling with those mediums.
He's not feeling the mediums at all, and that moves Ronan up to P5. And maybe Roland can get past Medirobo, and he will get past Juventus. So maybe Roland is on for the podium.
The thing is, Matty Robbo, his mediums are only 3 laps older than Pafodus' soft, so it won't be that long until Pafodus' advantage of the soft. It's one of those, the medium is such a consistent tyre. The soft is really good those first 5 laps, 5-6 laps, and then it's not so different between the compounds. So I think Matty Robbo is still on course to do a good job. Unfortunately, Pafodus lost the best advantage being in that battle.
Yeah, unfortunately for him. But what I want to say, because now everyone is...
Oh, Varamir's retired.
Oh, Varamir. I think that's just in the pits. He was gonna pit, so I think he's just giving up on it. But like I wanted to say, now everyone has a little bit of a gap to each other. Like, a lot of guys put a lot of effort into this game. Like, they're doing time trial, Grand Prix mode, they're practicing together. We got full-on YouTube channels, competitions. Like, we're commentating on a game. Like, how ridiculous it is. That's just how it is, really. And we're wanting to give people some entertainment, people joining in, tuning in, and you see this kind of bullshit. Sorry for my language, but this is just pure bullshit. And I'm getting really frustrated by it, because you're just putting your time and effort in it, and just, yeah.
Well, I think Varamir had the same issue as well.
No way.
Lane glitch. Yeah, Varamir had to retire. That was why he retired. I've just asked it, and he's...
Yeah,
I think that's...
Thomas says in the chat, Farmer was stuck as well. Like, nah, it's not even one team. Normally we see it's one team, but it's Force India and Red Bull now. if I were the guys who are like, if I was Juventus, just continue on. Don't make a stop. Just go on.
Yeah.
I won't take the risk because you can screw your race up by making a pit stop. You can screw your race over by making a pit stop. That's unreal. This game needs to sort itself out. And yeah, if F1 2019 is not better, they're gonna be a full-on joke, Codemasters. Like really.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't expect this in a game that's at the end of its life cycle. You know, it's been 10 months, nearly 10 months since this game came out. Yeah, you expect better, absolutely. Hopefully, the new game. Hopefully we can talk about how F1 2019 solved all these issues we're experiencing at the moment with this game. It is a better game over 2017, but yeah, there's definitely still things to be improved. Hopefully we've got that in 2019. But Matrix is pulling away from Dan. The gap is 6.4. Juventus still out there at lap 23, so maybe he's trying to, I don't know why, but edge it out to Ultras. He has a 2.4 second, or he's trying to edge it out completely in the race, because obviously he was one of the guys that pitted early from the Ultra Softs. So maybe he's not trying to pit again. Maybe Juventus is actually trying to go ahead for the rest of this race. And this is the thing, the medium keeps its pace, even doing 24 laps on the medium. Eat the Cookie did the same thing yesterday. The pace is still really strong.
The pace is still strong, yeah.
He's holding the pace. He's keeping the pace at 2.5 seconds between himself and Matty Robbo. So Juventus actually, there was me thinking about him pitting. He can hang on here. He will be on course for a podium here.
He'll be on course, and he will be and he will be in the zone of pitting for ultra tires as well if he needs to. So he will be flying at the end of the race if he does, but he needs to manage to keep on the medium tires. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he can keep the gap at the way it is, then he'll be fine. You know, we've still basically got 7 laps to go this time. Yeah, so can he hold on for that a little bit longer? It's a good result so far for Dan as well. P2.
Yeah, good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's see. And Ronan is still in it as well. He's on 9 lap on soft tires. He needs to hold them for 7 more laps, but he's still hanging on to Matty Robbo with the DRS, of course. But he's doing a good job as well.
Yeah, and Juventus' gap is starting to come down now. Matty Robbo's got it under 2 seconds, so maybe those mediums are just starting to. 25 laps is a fair old whack on them. I think he's getting to that point now where he's struggling. Even with those mediums, there's a drop off now. So the gap is 1.9. It is very small, and he probably would be able to defend it for quite a while once they catch up to him. But by the end of this race, those movements are really wrecked. So it'd be close to puncture town. So the interesting finale if Juventus can keep it on the island. And Fotis, half a second now, he's looking closer than he's been before. He will get that DRS. Robbo will not have it. But Fotis runs a bit wide. He's 4 tenths behind. As they come down the straight, Matty Robbo defends. Fotis is looking for the switchback. Switchback, here we come. Just got a bit of wheel spin there, and that haunted his traction. But he's going to try and do the outside run. Has Matty Robbo learnt from Blank? Oh, they're side by side. Oh, they make contact. Oh, that was so close to being in tears in the end. And that has given the Fallen a bit of a breathing space, but they're really battling it now. And this has given Juventus a great gap now. What was coming down, this could be the bit of breathing space that he needed just to eke those medium tyres home.
Oh yeah, now with the gap. This is going to get
It's
very
3.2 now. Yeah, it
Oh,
was coming down
Juventus.
at 1.8.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Still
some.
got 6 to go.
There is some talk in the chat now of doing a rerun, but those guys are up top now. They will be thinking, no way we're gonna do that. I want to hold on for this position, so that's gonna be interesting as well. But Juventus is pulling off an amazing job at the moment. He's on 27 level mediums, together with Ginginia as well. Didn't see that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's on 28. He's even on a lap older tires as well. Oh, Ronan got passed.
Yes, he
Side
has.
by side. And he got passed. With DRS. Okay, so now this is crucial for Juventus, because now can he hold on to the gap he has right now? 3 seconds, 3.2, back again. Oh, Medi is so close. If Ronan makes an error, Medi's done as well. Oh, it's okay. Ronan is not doing a Roland this time. Good job. Now he needs to close in on Juventus. Because I think, I don't know, can you look at the penalties, Lewis? Because you can pick up penalties really easy around this track, especially the fast left-hander. So it's gonna be playing a part as well if these guys got penalties.
So Matrix has no penalties. Dan has 1 penalty, and he's got another 2 warnings before he gets another penalty. Juventus has no penalties at the moment. Pavonis has no penalties either. He's had 3 warnings, no penalties. Matti Robbo, again 3 warnings, so he's nearly on penalties. The Fallen has absolutely no warnings. Ginger Ninja has got 1 penalty. So those guys. So basically, Dan has a penalty out of the top 3, but everyone else is all okay. It's only Dan that has a penalty, and Roland doesn't have a penalty either. Yeah, no, it's literally, that's it. It's only Dan that has a penalty at the moment.
Okay, so.
But he has 2 seconds to spare over Juventus at the moment.
Yeah, but if he makes one slight error, or if he's doing a Roland, then it's game over for him.
That's it, yeah, that's true.
So, or if he picks up another one.
Away.
You never know.
He's not pulling away. Yeah, he's not pulling away from Juventus. Gaps remained at 5
for some
seconds.
reason. His tires are half of the race pressure, or half of the laps pressure, I should say. And he's not pulling away. That's just how weird the medium tires are in this game. It's like they're mental. If you can go onto the medium tires, just put them on. They will be quick, no matter what. No matter what track, they're quick anyway. It's ridiculous. Even on the last lap, you can still put in the fastest lap.
Yeah. It's brilliant. They just keep the pace. You don't have to worry about them.
Well, Roland closed up a lot, to be fair. So I think he's gonna get past, because Juventus will struggle a lot now. Of course, Roland as well. Don't get me wrong, he's on 13 level soft tires, so they won't be feeling great as well. At least they will be feeling better than Juventus' tires will. At least I can imagine.
Yeah, battle for 10th place in the final podium. It's Robin against Mitch down the straight here. Mitch has got the DRS and he makes the move, but Robin having a little look. Oh, they both break deep. Mitch will have the DRS though, and that is Mitch into P10.
There's Mitch up into P10 and Robin just losing out on the 1 point.
Oh,
that's crucial.
That's going to drop him down past the Fallen. Oh, and Oaksy and Dan Robbo are getting good battles as Ginger Ninja has just gone on to Ultra Softs. Dan Robbo as well, they're both doing it for fastest laps and defending heavily against Oaksy. He's 25 seconds behind the Fallen. But they're all together again. Look at this. Juventus really struggling now on those mediums. He's got no good. Oh, he almost loses it on the last corner. Juventus, I think, has run out of grip. And here comes Pavonis just for the podium position. Side by side. And he's braked late and taken it. So Roland up into P3. Juventus is going to really struggle to hold this place now. Matti Robbo, is he going to have a look down the inside? No. It's always a tricky one to do straight away. But I think that's given Pavonis that P3 slot.
Yeah. Oh, and that's going to be crucial for him, because he was really struggling since he joined Tier 2. But now he's doing an amazing job in P3 with the 2-stop. Dan and Roland both on the 2-stop. They're making it work for some reason. Oh, Juventus!
Juventus gone! Has he got a puncher? I wonder if he's got a puncher.
Yes, he got a puncture. Left rear. That's it.
Yeah. Drama. That's it. I thought. I mean,
oh,
he was struggling
Dominic.
So much.
He will be crying.
Yeah, he just pushed him to 2 to go as well. A lap and a half to go. Unreal. Actually, no, sorry, it was 2.5 to go. Oh, he's crashed again.
Yep.
He's crashed. Yeah, so he's so careful.
GGN needs to watch out now because.
What a crazy race we've had. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, he hit the back. Oh my god, he hit the back of him. Has he got wing damage? I don't think he did.
I don't
think he got away with it.
So, yeah.
Oh my god. As he makes it to the pits.
He's in, okay. We're safe again. Oh my days, man. This race is mental. This is gonna go down in Tons of Speed history, this race. Even though it's gonna be a rerun,
yeah,
it's still gonna be one of the best races I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it's been an incredible race. It's such a shame about the Red Bull guys though. That would have made it the perfect race. It's such a shame. That would have been one of the greatest races. But Roland is not out of the woods yet. He's only a second. In fact, he's 8/10 of it. I wonder those softs are now starting to lose their advantage. Matthew Robert obviously has 3-second penalty. So even if he gets past Roland, he's not going to inherit that third place anymore. He's in fact, he's going to drop behind the fall.
Maybe just for pride?
Yeah, definitely. And he doesn't know that Roland has no penalties.
Yeah, maybe he can check it, but
Roland,
maybe he didn't. So maybe he's thinking like, I need to make this move. And Roland can pick up a penalty as well.
Yeah, he's only one warning away from it. It's just not quite close enough.
Oh, this is going to be hard for him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I can't see him making a move elsewhere. The rest of the lap is tight and twisty. So, as we finish the race, who do you reckon driver of the day is? I know who we all would have. Well, we don't know what would have happened in the last third of the race, but Blank was on course for being very much a brilliant drive.
I'm gonna give it to Blank anyway.
I'm gonna give it to the guys that have, because you've taken Blank and it's always a case of what will never be. I'm gonna go with Dan. 2-stop strategy, P2 made it work.
Yeah.
As crosses the line.
And he finished P1. Good job from him. Really silent race, to be fair, after the lap 1 incident. Your driver of the day comes through in P2. Now we're gonna see Roland. He holds on to P3. It's just, but he holds on. And Fallen. Oh yeah, he gained, of course. Yeah, so both Williams drivers, really good job. And it's just waiting. Big gap to Cincinnati, to be fair, but he had to make another stop, of course.
To be fair, I forgot, Matrix won whilst being spun out in the first corner and not somehow getting damage. That's something you forget about.
Yeah.
Spun out in the first corner. He was at the back of the grid. To be fair, that's a good.
That's also a really good recovery.
In the race. So,
yeah.
I might give. You know what? I might give it to Matrix.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the chat says Blank is driver of the day as well. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I only did because I wanted to pick someone who did. I know it wasn't Blank's fault, and Blank did finish the race still. He did finish the race P14. But I just wanted to go for Matrix's drive just to change it up. But I totally get what could have been Blank. We'll never know.
Oh man, this has been an emotional roller coaster. This race, it really was.
Unbelievable.
The absolute scenes on lap 1, the pit stop drama, the excitement of Steve and Blank 1 and 2. Then both the retirements because of not Blank didn't retire, but both the pit stop glitch. Then Matrix with an amazing comeback. great battle for the podium the last few laps. This race had literally everything. We just missed the safety car or snow. That's just
we
the
got
two
virtual
factors we
safety
didn't
car.
get. Yeah, we got a virtual
You-
safety car, so we only missed snow. If it would have,
Yeah.
yeah, just tried to wet to dry race, that would have made it absolutely perfect. But yeah,
Oh, I'm
we
with you on
had an
that one.
amazing race today, and congratulations to the podium guys. So if you can invite those
Yeah.
guys to the commentary box. With Roland, I think it's new. I think he hasn't been on the podium for tier 1 and now for the first time in tier 2. So that's gonna be fun. And of course Matrix and Dan, very used to getting on the podium, but also really solid job from the guys. And I saw Juventus picking up fastest lap at the end, but he finished P11. So no one will get an extra point for fastest lap, and he won't get a point because he finished outside the 10. So that's unfortunate for him as well. It's I'm still so frustrated and gutted about what I just saw. I'm still not over it.
Yeah, it did put a bit. I mean, it's still a shame at all. They that are involved. It's just a glitch which we haven't seen for so long, and now it's reappeared. Recently, I've experienced it at this particular track. Not myself, but in the practice races, people were on about it. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that it's sort of come back again.
Yeah, we thought that we were over that kind of phase, but yeah, unfortunately it's back, and it's gonna be interesting how it will pan out. Let's see, Matrix Roland now joins the party. Just waiting for Dan to join as
Hello,
well.
guys.
There he is. So guys, if you guys can make sure your voice is on allowed to be shared, then we can start with the interviews very shortly.
Bear with Pat, I've changed my settings.
Well, here it should be okay.
Yeah, I can hear you on stream, Roland. Nice. I know Matrix has got it as well. Dan, of course, has got it as
We're
well.
good.
So, we're gonna start with you then. You had a very interesting qualifying. You already said to me on WhatsApp you couldn't make it on those soft tires and went for the ultra soft tire. It worked out eventually. Don't ask me how, but it
Yeah.
worked out. Yeah, just
What
was your thinking process during the qualifying?
honestly, I thought, I'm gonna struggle for points here. Because I went out, I thought I'll just go out in a banker, put it in standard and medium, just cruise around, And then 16.9, I'm I'm not gonna beat that. And then I went up for my first lap on the softs, and I was probably gonna beat it, and then I realised I was only in rich fuel, not max.
Oh, yeah.
So was behind. So that's a box, and then I invalidated my second attempt. So I had to commit to the two-stop. But starting on pole helped. I don't know
Yeah,
what
starting
happened
on
behind
pole
me, but that.
Yeah, we got a massive crash between Ricky and Juventus, and they caused a major crash coming up to the fast left-hander, which gave like 5-6 guys wing damage. So that was why you could make the two-stop work together with Roland. And of course, because you
Yeah.
had the gap at the start of the race, because you started on a soft tire, you had the gap to make the pit stop, and you pulled it off brilliantly. So yeah, really solid job on the pre-free mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, man.
So continuing on to Roland. Roland, brilliant job. Your first podium, I think, in constant speed. You haven't been on a
14
podium
years, yeah.
in tier 1?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
so and now in
Yeah.
tier 2 finally scoring some big points. P3 it
Yeah,
was.
but to be honest, I think the Fallen one, my teammate will get the points for P3 because I made a mistake during the start and hit one of the cars in front of me, and because of that, that big crash in the beginning happened. So I think I will get a penalty for that. So excuse me, I think it was Lemon Jame who was driving in front of me. Excuse me that I hit you, but yeah, we will see after the incident. have been
Okay,
reviewed. So
yeah. So you just saw exactly what happened with the big crash.
well, I was driving. I was trying to overtake the one in front of me. I think it was Jamin, but I'm not sure. I tried to overtake him, and then I hit the grass, had to brake, and hit him from behind. So I almost catapulted him into that crash. So I think that's the problem. That's what happened, and I think I caused that complete incident.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real shame, but at least you guys for now scored some big points for the Williams team, so that's really, really a solid job. Um, did you know you had the pace at Hungary, or was it just really guessing about having the pace and really making the job work, or were you just
Well,
thinking like, nah, this is not gonna be it?
I knew I had the pace, but I fucked up my qualifying because I crashed, and I had to start on 7 laps all tires. So I already put in the chat, okay, I can get my stuff and go home. But yeah, in the end, it worked out, especially because of the incident happened behind me that created the gap, and because of that gap, I was able to drive for a long time with my own pace. So therefore, yeah, I I just had a lot of luck today as well,
Yeah, a lot of
and
guys
I
who
of
are
course had a
now,
nice pace, but
yeah, of course, that's gonna be it as well. But yeah, of course, with the big guys crashing out, a lot of guys who didn't expect to be there were up there today. So yeah, really good job, man, and
mhm,
congratulations on your first podium.
thanks.
Then going on to our race winner, Matrix. You had a really rough start at the beginning. You got spun by Ginginia at the beginning. You were dead last, but you pulled off the victory. Amazing, amazing job. Really good. Congratulations. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Nothing much. I think someone hit me in the first corner and so spun there, and I was hoping that no one crashed my or damaged my wing. So when I was safe to go, I just go and yeah, I don't know. I like to say it was fun race, but nothing much happened after fifth stop. But yeah, I'm happy with the first place.
Yeah, you really had the pace. You were just cruising at the end to the victory. Did you know you had the pace around here, or were you thinking like this is race over when you got spun at turn one?
No, before this race I didn't ever racing here, so it was a lot of practicing whole week. But yeah, after that spine, I still think I can win, and yeah, that happened.
Yeah, lucky for you, it was in the end at turn one, and with all the chaos happening, you drove an absolute brilliant race. So congratulations, RP1. Really, really
Thank you.
solid job.
What happened? Was there some glitches?
Yeah,
Somebody?
Blank and Steve and Veramir, they got held up. They got the pit stop glitch where they got stuck in the pits, and I think it was Juventus and Ricky who collided just before the fast left-hander, and there were
Yeah.
just cars flying all over the straight and just destroying. There was like front wings all over the place on my screen. So a lot of fast guys had to pit, retire, they gave up. So
Yeah.
that was the reason why Roland and Dan could make the two-stop work, and you could have come back from P20 to P1 eventually. So
Okay.
yeah, that was why. But you guys will probably see the footage in the chat, and maybe we will
Yeah.
post the crash on the YouTube channel because that was absolutely crazy. But we'll have to wait and see. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what happened.
It's gonna be one worth watching
All
back
right.
then.
100%. I got it
Oh yeah,
right
it's
on stream.
unreal.
Yeah, it was
It was
amazing.
so yeah, it was like the biggest crash. I was like, oh my god, this can't be real. I was briefing him. I was like, nah, this is. I'm not. I'm just hallucinating here. No, like, oh my god, no, this is actually happening. Like all these guys, and Tom, that is Hungary for you, isn't it? It's an accident happens, everyone's together, nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's
But to
absolutely
be
chaos.
honest, I think one of the drivers' gods, the racing gods, hurt me today because I told Ricky someone has to crash into you, otherwise I can't pass you. So it happened. So I I have to ask them next week again, I think. So, yeah, that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun today. So, for me
Yeah.
at least.
So yeah, I think that's
And
gonna be it then. You want to say something, Ronald?
yeah, congrats to Matrix. Well done from behind, then back on the podium, highest step. So nice done. Well done.
Cheers,
Oh,
mate.
thank you.
Yeah, fair play. So yeah, that will round off today's race. A very interesting and very spectacular race. Let's put it that way. We've got to wait and see if it stands like this and stay as the things they are right now. But for now, this was me. Congratulations on the podium, guys. You did an amazing job. Thank you, Lewis, again for joining me in the commentary box. Really enjoyed it, like always.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You definitely got worth for your time. Yeah, it was just an amazing race, just like I said. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's race as well. Hopefully, it can be as spectacular as it was today. There is some rain predicted, so you never know what's gonna happen. We've got to wait and see. Pray for me because I'm shit in the rain, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.